Hi, my name is Jennifer Shibaru, and I am the Kappa art teacher at Colonial Middle School. Welcome to Virtual ArtsFest. Today, I'm going to teach you how to create an assemblage. What is an assemblage? An assemblage is a work of art made by grouping found or unrelated objects. An assemblage can be a freestanding sculpture or a relief sculpture. It can be made from natural items or man-made objects. Assemblages can be representational, meaning that it looks like something that you are intending, or non-representational, such as abstract. This is a masterwork created by the artist Deborah Butterfield. It's titled Driftwood Horse, and it is located in the Smithsonian Museum of American Art in Washington, D.C. Deborah Butterfield is an American sculptor known for her sculptures of horses made from found objects such as wood and metal. So you can see that she created this assemblage out of found pieces of driftwood and arranged them to create the new shape of a horse. For this unit, what we're going to be doing is creating an assemblage using natural or found objects that you might have at home. The visual art standard is Anchor Standard 2. Organize and develop artistic ideas and work. Artists and designers experiment with forms, structures, materials, concepts, media, and art-making approaches. I'm going to be showing you some examples. So this is a freestanding representational sculpture. So you can see that this assemblage is made to look like a robot, so it is representational. It is freestanding because it is not attached to a surface. It stands on its own, and it is made from man-made objects. This is a relief, non-representational sculpture. So this is a relief sculpture because it is attached to a surface. So you can see that the artist glued a bunch of different objects together to create a new design. So it is non-representational because it is not meant to look like another object. This is an abstract design, and it is a radial design because it is arranged in a circular fashion. If you look really closely, you can see toothbrushes, buttons, and other household items that the artist used to create the assemblage. Okay, to check our understanding. Is this assemblage freestanding or relief? If you guessed relief, you are correct. It is attached to a surface. Is it representational or non-representational? This assemblage is representational because it is in the shape of a butterfly. Is it made from man-made or natural objects? If you look really closely, you can see that it is made from man-made objects. You can see jewelry and gears and other small items that you might have lying around the house. All right, just to give you some ideas of objects that you can use to create your assemblage at home. You can use objects that are found in nature. So you can see from these examples that the artist created the assemblages by using sticks, small pieces of pollen, and stones. So one assemblage is of a bug and the other one is of a lizard. You can even repurpose your plastic trash. So use things that you have lying around, combine them to create a new form. And that's what was done here with this fish. Sometimes it's easier to work backwards. So you can look at the pieces that you have, practice arranging them in different ways, and then sometimes the idea of the form will come to you. Another creative idea, if you have paint lying around the house, is to unify your assemblage by adding a color to it. So you can see here that this artist spray painted or painted the assemblage gold to make all of the items come together. It helps unify the composition. We're not supposed to do it, but in this case, it's okay to play with your food. So you can see this artist used noodles, bread, and other items from their plate to make the image of a lion. All right, so these are some criteria to consider while you're creating your assemblage. Be really creative. It's okay to look online for inspiration, but you don't want to copy someone else's idea. When you're creating your assemblage, think about your elements of art and principles of design. The elements of art are line, shape, form, color, value, texture, and space. The principles of design are balance, unity, variety, emphasis, movement, pattern, and proportion. So here you can see a poster of the elements of art. So as you're creating your assemblage, think about how are you going to incorporate line? Is your assemblage going to have texture? Are you going to incorporate certain colors in your design? For the principles of design, are you going to include a pattern? Are you going to create emphasis by making the viewer's eye go to a certain space? Are you going to use a variety of different things? Here are some student examples that students from Colonial Middle School created during this quarantine. This freestanding representational assemblage was created by 8th grader Caleb McDaniel. He was very creative in his use of materials. He used a water bottle, some pipe cleaners, and broken bits of crayons, paper plates, some googly eyes. This assemblage was created by 6th grader Daniela Rodriguez. It is also freestanding and representational. She was really creative with using keys and bolts and clothespins to create this animal sculpture. Carla Rodriguez completed this relief representational sculpture of a vase with flowers made out of shells. Seventh grader Sydney Mitchell created this assemblage. She also added some painting of her own to add to it, but she used the materials of egg cartons, pipe cleaners, and little pom-pom balls and ribbon to create the flowers and butterflies. And 7th grader Priyana Richardson incorporated a figure study, and she used feathers and sequins to create her angel-like figure. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this presentation and that you get some ideas for how to create your assemblage. So now comes your challenge. When you are finished, please take a picture of your assemblage and post it on social media. Be sure to tag SCS Visual and Performing Arts. Thanks so much and happy creating.